Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Action Taimanin. Today we're gonna check another VR builds and tips, but before we start, don't forget to leave a like, share and subscribe if you enjoy the content. So again, we're gonna do something very F2P friendly, just for newer players to be able to farm. Well, not newer players, you need a certain amount of equipment to actually tackle this kind of content, but players who are struggling with this, since the week is starting, kinda, we're doing a build very F2P friendly. So, what characters we're gonna be using? We're gonna use Asagi, Oboro, super important Oboro, and Murasaki. You can change either Asagi or Murasaki for where is it? For Emily, and I'm gonna explain how you can do that. So let's start with Murasaki. Murasaki is gonna be damage dealer. If you were fortunate enough to get 4 copies of Core Cleaver, oh no, 3 copies because that's F2P. The other one is paid. So 3 copies, that would give you a good amount of stats. If you have a better weapon than that, then that's even better. Anti-human, preferably with water effect, but the magatamas and the effect won't really matter. The important part is the damage multiplier. Try to make it as high as possible. Whatever magatamas on the subslot. A weapon 5 out of 5 plus 14. The arena weapons are excellent as beat sticks because that they are going to increase your stats dramatically. And let's see. We're gonna use Tentacle Anchor, Tentacle Mine, and Great at Senpu to deal damage and reduce the speed of the enemy. And with the weapon, we're gonna enhance. With this weapon, we're gonna enhance our damage by a little bit when using Tentacle Mine. Then Misaki, Vacation Baretta, Torajiro. We have received a bunch of good F2P supporters. Well, not all of them, but Lydia is definitely a great F2P supporter. For other options, depending on the BR, you can use White Knight Asagi. You can also use, let's see, depending on how old you are, you may use Ichika or Kotone. You can also use paid options or standard gacha options, but the performance depends on how many copies you have. And Yuna is not a bad option because she is going to increase your HP restoration. And I mean, you don't really need it. It's better to increase the damage so that you restore more rather than directly increase the restoration. But if you don't have anything else, use it. Why not? And besides, the cooldown is not as high as where is it? As Nanami's. Yeah, it is. Yeah, like 13 seconds lower, so it's fine. Let's see. Stats from the customs, stats from the stat training, and Oboro. Oboro is the main star of the show here. You need her to inflict mind control onto the enemy and basically stop them. The slow is going to compensate for those moments when you do not have the mind control. Then Oboro is going to be using Hand of Papillas. So this one has anti-human included into its trait, so that's amazing. So be sure to equip this if you don't have a better weapon. Then use whatever magatamas on the subslot and a whatever weapon 5 out of 5. The UR is better because you get more stats and more magatama slots to compensate for the last of for the lack of the last magatama slot on an SR. And remember to go with anti-human. Then Taimanin art, you can replace Taimanin art for Flash Step, for Blooming Carnage, depends on how you want to do it. If you manually pilot this character, you can definitely change it, but since we're relying on the AI to properly do the combos, I prefer it not to have too many options so that it focuses on using Wicked Slasher and Hypnosis Seal. Then, for supporters, we're gonna use Susune. You can change it for whatever option you have. either premium or F2P. Like Kung Fu Mai is an option. You can also use Furfur, it's a great option. You can use Gal Lilim. You can use. Where is it? You can use Holy Knight Kirara, Yukina, New Year Shiranui, Stella, Barretta, not Lina, Nagi, and for the other two, look, we have two SR supporters and they are not enchanted. The idea is that we are able to deal enough damage and not receive damage at all. That's the idea. Let's see if we can do it. So because of that, I'm gonna use Arika, Harusaki, Arika, and Homura, the original Homura, the good Homura. So this is risky, guys. Preferably do enchant these SRs because one wrong step can kill me. And I'm gonna see if I don't need to reduce the step. I'm on 100. So these are the stats of the customs, the stats from the stat training. And let's go to Asagi. I selected Asagi here because basically players are gonna have either Asagi, Yukikaze, or Sakura at the beginning. And Asagi is like the top pick or one of the best picks. All of them are good, but Asagi gives you a lot of control. So it is common for people to get this character. So I'm using this F2P weapon. Well, it has an extra copy because I bought the pack, but you should have it at 3 out of 5. And it's plus 10, this one. Then anti-human Magatamas with light element, which won't affect the battle. Whatever Magatamas on the subslot. Whatever weapon 5 out of 5. Increase the enchantment as much as possible with all your weapons. Then Shunshinka to deal damage, Kojinka to slow the enemy, and Munika to further slow the enemy. So we are preventing the enemy from moving. I'm using Stella, along with another copy of Homura, and Gal Lilim. Customs, well, the customs do affect, they are. I have a ton of customs. And stat training, max attack, okay. So, one less. Yeah, step 100. Let's go to step 100 and let's see how effective this can be. Maybe it's a little bit too much. I'm trying to go as F2P as possible. I don't have like multiple copies of the anti-boss SR. This. And there we go. There. Munika. There. Nice. And Munika again. As you can see, the combination of the slows with the mind control is going to help me just keep Oboro in place. Very F2P friendly, but you have to be careful. You have to constantly take care of the enemy and do not miss your timing. Let's see. Like that. Good. Like that, and this, and this. Perfect. Getting the enemy meter is amazing. It's just the best because you're going to constantly activate Kojinka. Okay. It's working. Oh, ultimate, really? Well, mid animation. I hate when that happens, but it's... oops, I have to wait. There. Come on, use mind control. No! No, don't. There. And this. And this. Oof. Okay. Even though it activated the clones, I can do it. I can do it. Yeah. Unfortunately, I haven't lost that much HP. I have received hits, but look at that. I am managing. I am managing. And done. Done. So you can do step 100, but obviously you want to have the best equipment possible. While I'm showing this on 100, it is not supposed to be like the build that you use for step 100. For you guys who are still new or are still struggling with um, VR, be sure to do this at step 10, 20, 30, depending on how much you can progress. But using Oboro is kind of a cheat code, basically, for most of the content, and that's why I recommend that you use it for VR. I mean, you can do also pure strategies for slow, but those have a little bit less consistency. Then, I also mentioned that you can use Emily as slower. She's also pretty easy to build. You're gonna be using with her Drone Shocker on red and Ground Shocker also on red. You see that's 20 percent speed reduction on 10 seconds and also 20% speed reduction on 10 seconds. Well, that's pretty bad. The fact they have the same duration is bad because they substitute each other, but even so, it is a hefty speed reduction and you can apply it constantly. So the enemy is going to permanently be with that 20% speed reduction. If you need healing, I mean, you see that sometimes the enemy is going to attack, so you can use this. But I would control the character if you want to do that. It's better to just use homing bullet, and you can use a supporter of a different color because you need two red, and you can use basically one more time. You can use Homuram, and you can use Arika, or you can use something else like Nino, like Granny, like Stella, Susune, whatever you want to use is fine. And you can rely on a different color for the last slot. Having two copies of Misaki allows you to use this on the main, and she's going to become a healer. Having a copy of, let's see, Arabella is also pretty good. So be sure to do whichever combination you can with this. If you were able to grab Sledge of Blessings last year, well, that's great, and you should be using this because it buffs the characters. If not, select whatever weapon you have that is good enough. One small interaction in case you have rolled that you have gotten some limited equipment, you can use the Momochi weapon along with Bright and a Rose to actually just shred the enemy's defense. Well, increase your damage. That's why they call it with that weapon. So, yeah, that's about it, guys. I hope you find this useful, and don't don't um, don't fear. You can do it. You just need time. I know that at times content is very difficult, but with enough strengthenings, you will be able to get it. And also, I was using the penetration effect, but you can change it for something, whatever that you have actually. My recommendation is always going to be, where is it? Uh, oh, well, this is actually pretty nice. Damage against super armor increased by 20%. Since most of the time the enemy is going to have super armor, that's a free 20% damage increase if you have these two supporters. But the one that I use is the Name of Fuma. Yeah, the Name of Fuma is one of my favorites to reduce damage. So, yeah, guys. Well, now that's about it, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye!